Hello everyone and welcome to Authentic Now Yoga, the online yoga studio for anybody and everybody. My name is Jody Pignole and today we're going to do a whole class while using the smile as a tool, which is a little different than somebody saying, smile, you look prettier. So we might have a little tiny bit of baggage around that idea of smiling. We're not stuffing feelings. We're not doing anything of the sort. We're just recognizing that the actual simple act of turning up the corners of our mouth can have a positive impact on our being. And so we'll just play with that and notice what happens throughout our practice. So first, we're just going to find ourselves in our easy seated pose. If you need to pause and grab a bolster or a blanket or something to make this truly an easy seated pose, one that you can sustain for a little while you just bring your body and your mind to some quiet, to some stillness. Eyes open or closed, whatever feels comfortable. We'll just spend a little quiet time here, settling into our base, finding that tall spine, eventually tuning into our breath. And then ultimately, just playing with that smile, seeing what happens when you turn the corners up, even slightly or more extreme. Just play with that and see how it feels, whatever feels authentic to you. And with these next few breath cycles, if you haven't tried the smile yet, you can use this time to do it, or not. You always get to choose. Nice. And let's take one more full breath cycle into the whole being. Smile or no smile. Nice. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes if they're not open already. So we're going to come into a child's pose and just use that as an opportunity to kind of reconnect with your breath again. Smile if you'd like. Let your spine lengthen, let your hips soften and open. It's a nice time to set an intention for your practice if that's something that you do. And then as you feel like it, you can introduce a little movement, some wiggles, maybe some lengthening or shifting from side to side, just whatever your body would like right now. Whatever's going to help bring it to life even more. All right, we're gonna curl the toes under. We're gonna shift ourselves back into a little squat. So just whatever your body's up for. If you can't compress this far, just get a deep forward fold. And we're gonna be a little casual as we just work our bodies into whatever it's up for in this moment. And you can bring a little smile in there at any point if you choose to. And then we're going to work our way into a forward fold. So the knees can be bent, they can be straight, any combination. Yeah, just explore, just get curious about, what if I did that? And then let's move back and forth from squat to forward fold to squat. Yeah, nice and slow. Maybe you notice you just organically smile as you work your body this way because it's just so nice. And we're going to meet up in a forward fold whenever you're ready, whatever it looks like. And let's take our hands to our hips and we'll just extend that spine and bring ourselves all the way up to a standing position. And give a little wiggle here too. Work your way up. Nice. All right, so we are going to do a little warming up of the joints from a standing position. So just find your feet underneath your hips and then shift to one side. It doesn't really matter which side. You can mirror me or not. So we're just going to come on to the balls of that foot and open up that bottom. And try not to let the ankle shoot out to the side. Try and keep that still in the same lane. And then we'll come on to the tops. Just curl those toes under, whatever you've got. Maybe you're not used to that. Maybe you were a ballerina. But back and forth a little bit here. I'm of the opinion that we do not give our feet enough of what they deserve. All right, now we're going to lift up and just make little circles. Use the wall if you need to for balance. Getting that ankle. See if you can make it round. And then we'll switch directions. Yeah. And then let's take that up to the knee. So just drawing big circles with your big toe. Circles, as opposed to whatever the shape that was. And reverse. All we're doing is just hydrating the joints, giving them some lubrication. Nice. And if you're feeling pretty good here, why don't we just bring that knee in and get that hip a little bit loosened up. And whoops, reverse. A little trickier maybe. Maybe not. Nice. Okay, let's shift over to the other side. So we'll come onto the ball of the foot, open up that bottom a little bit, get all those toes in there, feel them all. And then we'll come onto the top of the foot, yeah, and then back and forth. Yeah, it's great, especially for summer, because I think our feet get a little more variety of movement in the summer. All right, we're going to come up to that ankle, make circles, switch directions. Nice. Come on up to the knee. So just drawing circles with that big toe, whatever size feels right for your knee. And reverse. And then let's come up to the hips. We're gonna draw circles with the knee. Ooh, got a little glitch in there. That's gonna happen. We reverse in case I didn't say that. Awesome. All right, I just had this inspiration. Widen the feet a little bit. We'll hula hoop the hips as well. Yeah, imagine you're polishing the inside of a wine barrel. And reverse. I've never had that experience, but it seems like this would work. Cool. All right, bring it back to center. We'll just do a little bit for the upper arms and the shoulders and the fingers. So we're gonna imagine we're reaching up for an imaginary rope, and we're gonna grab the rope and pull it down. But use those fingers as you reach and grab that rope. I don't know if you can see my fingers if they're in reach. So just lengthen, feel that opening in each side and the shoulder as you bring that back down. Yeah. Oh, that feels so good. All right, let's come to center. All right, let's come to the top of our mat and we'll come back down into a four. Actually, let's do a little front opener first. So clasp your hands behind your tailbone, roll the shoulders down and back. And then try and keep a neutral pelvis. And we're gonna lift instead of arching out from the whole thing. Let's lift this up and arch more from the upper back, which is cool because it takes that sternum up from the pubic bone and really lengthens here. Yes, and then you can lift your chin if that works for your neck. Yeah. Oops, how about a smile? Nice, lift up as you come out of there and we'll just slide down into a forward fold. Yeah, and then let's come up halfway and lengthen. And then we'll slide back down. We're gonna step back with whatever leg is working for you. Just plant those hands on the mat. Let your body take a little time to work its way into this lunge. So this is really opening up, and so is this. And then from here, we can lengthen that back leg, lengthen the spine, find a little smile, set those shoulders on the back. Yes, nice. All right, let's step that foot forward again. Find a nice forward fold. Imagine the gravity is really lengthening your spine as you come all the way down. Maybe you find a little smile. Gravity will certainly help with that. Yeah. All right, let's step back with the opposite leg. Just notice what's happening as your body is settling into this position, finding the openings, finding the length, finding the smile, noticing. Yeah. Sweet. All right, let's step that foot forward again. Come up halfway and release. Feel that forward fold. Feel what's happening. Your legs don't need to be straight. They can be bent if you choose. Whatever works for your authentic body is what we are going for. All right, we're going to step back again with that first leg. We're going to find that lunge, find that length, and then let's take the hands to the knees. You can stay here. You can stay here. This might be a nice place, especially if you're a little wobbly. You can still lengthen and open and lengthen. Nice. And if you want to move on, you can take your hands to your hips. I'm going to close my distance just a tiny, tiny bit. There. Hands to the hips, nice and square. Lengthening the spine. Weight is evenly distributed front and back. The hands can stay here. They can come into cactus arms, opening up that chest even more. So this is just nice and grounded. This is still lengthening, opening in the front. And then just, when you find your pose, add a little smile, see what happens. Nice. All right, let's come on back down. Step forward and just walk out your legs. Even if they're bent, you can wiggle that, your hips. Yeah. All right, let's step back with the other leg. Find your lunge first. Find your length. Yeah, then come up to the knee. If you're headed in that direction, hands to the hips if that's working. Finding your weight distribution and your balance. Yeah. Hands can stay at the hips. They can come in cactus arms. Find whatever that pose is for you. And then adding your smile like a little cherry on top. Sometimes a little smile leads to a big one, which is cool. All right, lovely. Let's come on back down. We'll step forward. Forward fold, hands to hips. Bring yourselves all the way up. And then let's give a little wiggle. Whatever you need to do, shake it out. Sometimes when we're using a certain muscle quite a bit, we need to do something different. Okay, we're going to come back down to a child's pose. So you can find a different variation if you want. You can just settle into the tried and true. Try on a smile. All right, let's lift up a little bit and widen the knees. Lengthen forward. Always feel free to pause. Use props if you need them. All right, let's walk ourselves back up. We're going to come into all fours. So the knees are underneath the hips, the hands are underneath the shoulders, their fingers are spread nice and wide, middle finger pointing forward. And just get those shoulders nice and set on the back. Engage the belly, lengthen the spine. Yeah, this is a nice foundation for what we've got coming. All right, we're going to curl the toes under. Oopie. New space, got to work out some wrinkles. All right, we're going to curl the toes under. Extend that back leg. Feel all that grounding in the base, and then let's just lift that leg up so it's horizontal. Or thereabouts. And then if you choose to, you can reach that opposite arm forward. Just take a few breath cycles here, finding that extension, the balance, the ease, the smile. Yeah, and then as you went into that posture, come back out mindfully, deliberately. All right, let's curl the other toes back. Extend that leg, really engage the quads. Lift that leg till it's horizontal. And if you're feeling good in your balance and your position, you can reach forward with the opposite arm. Breathing, extending, smiling. Nice. All right, bring that back in. Wiggle if you need to wiggle, if you need to rest. You're allowed to do that at any time because it's your practice. Okay, so let's extend that first leg. Lift it up. We're going to bend that knee and reach forward with the opposite arm. Reach around and make a clasp if that works. If not, just move them in the direction of each other if that works. You can do any of the variations that we've done so far. And if you've got, whatever you've got actually, see if you can give a little lift and a little more opening. Openness. And some breath and some smile. Yeah, I need that right now. Gently release. Come on back. Okay. Last side. Curl the toes under, extend the leg, lift, bend the knee, reach. You can stay here, reach, make a clasp if that's available. Lift, open, smile, breathe. Nice, gently release. Come on back. Just push those hips back. Walk your hands forward. Ooh, yeah. Let's come back up to all fours. We're going to bring that back foot forward. Find a low lunge with the knee down. If you need your mat, another layer under your knee, go ahead and do that. So we're going to be on that knee for a little bit. So we're just going to find, just like we did with our high lunge, we're just going to give ourselves a few breath cycles to allow this. It's a little more extreme, right? The bending, just giving that space to happen. And then let's bring the shift the hips back is what I was working towards. And if you can, flex that ankle. And if you need blocks, grab blocks or whatever you have in your house that looks like a block. Yeah, try and extend the spine, square up those hips. Fold that if that's available. You don't have to. And then we'll just move forward and back in that. Yeah, seeing what is possible. And maybe it makes you smile. Yes, all right, let's come forward. And then we'll bring that knee back under, find all fours. Wiggle again if you need it. Reset. All right, we're gonna step that opposite forward, or foot forward. And then find that low lunge on this side. We're not ever really forcing things. We're just giving ourselves time, finding the edge. What is the situation? All right, let's walk the hips back, square them up, open up that back of that leg if that is possible. If it's not too painful, you can take yourselves up. Whatever is really gonna work for you and your body right now. Breathing, smiling. I find that I just feel kinder to my body when I smile. All right, let's work it back and forth then. What have you got? Yeah, I love to just also give myself permission to move around a little bit, explore what happens when I do this. All right, let's bring it forward and then we'll bring that knee back in. We're going to slide ourselves down onto our bellies. And just reach the arms forward. Find yourselves nice and long. So reaching the toes back from the hips and the hands forward from the shoulders. Nice. All right, we're going to slide those hands back halfway. Come up into a little lift here. So really just pushing those hands away, lengthening the upper body, letting the shoulders come down on the back as opposed to crumpling up by the ears. Yes. Just feel that pubic bone is planted and you're reaching the belly long. Yeah. Nice. All right. We're going to really plant that left hand. I'm going to tell you which side. And then reach around with the right. Grab the thigh. Maybe it grabs the opposite thigh. Lengthening. And we're just twisting a little bit here. And maybe you've got a smile. Really feel that lengthening, engaging. The legs are alive. Nice. All right, take the right hand back. No, the left hand back. Oh, I think I might have messed you all up because sometimes I mirror and sometimes I don't. All right, well, plant the opposite hand. Reach with the hand that was planted before. Find a twist. Yeah, breathe. Smile. Finding that sweet spot between exertion, extension, engagement, and ease. Yes. Bring it back. Come on back down. We're going to put one hand on top of the other. Rest your chin. Wiggle out your hips first. Nice. Okay. Bend the left knee. Point the toes up towards the ceiling. We're going to lift that knee off the mat and come into a little twist. Try not to run into the furniture. Keeping the chin in your hand, on your hands. Just reaching that toe, those toes, over to the opposite side. And maybe it's feeling a little, you can give a smile. Nice. All right, bring that back. Bring the leg back down to the mat. Wiggle if you need to wiggle. I'm going to bend the opposite knee and lift. And maybe that twist is not something you could do. Just lift and hover. It's okay. Or maybe you're going to reach those toes way over to the other side. Exploring the space. Smiling. Yeah, nice. All right, bring that back and lower. And then let's bring that first side, the knee forward and out. And then we're going to scooch that upper body over. And you can rest on your cheek if you'd like. You can keep it on the chin. Little restorative pose. You can enjoy that. Maybe it makes you smile. All right, bring the knee back, the upper body over. And then we'll bring the opposite knee out and forward. Scooch that upper body over. Rest on your cheek or your chin. Nice. Maybe you've got a smile. Beautiful. Bring the leg back, the upper body, hands under the shoulders. We'll just push back. We're going to come to seated on our bottoms. And very specifically on our little tripod, our sit bones and our sacrum, or our tailbone more accurately. So we'll work on a little Navasana, a little boat pose. And so the foundation of this pose is really this little tripod and this engaged core. So finding a nice tall spine coming out of that pelvis. Finding the alignment. This is a great place to stay. If this is an extreme posture for you to think about lifting anything, just work on this. I've got my belly engaged. I'm lengthening. My shoulders are down away from my ears. There's a lot going on. And if you want to move on, you can lift the feet. You can lift one at a time. Moving the arms out. Finding your boat pose, your authentic boat. Nice. The trick is when this starts to fall apart, you went, I went too far. So back it off, find another one, reset. The arms can come up as well. If that is gonna hold. If not, don't even worry about it. Yes, I feel that. Widen the knees. Let's just bring the belly forward. Lengthen. All right, let's do one more round. Just get yourself good and set up. The hands can also be behind. That's another possibility. Working from here. Do you like that better? Yeah. All right, let's just cross the legs. Come forward. Shoot, I forgot to smile in my boat pose. Do you want to do it again? Maybe. Why not? Let's just find one more. Oh, I know, we could twist it. That's a possibility. You can keep your feet on the mat, hands in prayer pose. Find a little twist here. On the other side. That's a variation possibility. Legs up. Don't forget to add the smile. I did that for the camera. All right. Opposite cross-legged pose. Come forward. All right, we're going to come down onto our backs. Yeah. Oops, I guess I have to move that way. Just like we did on our bellies, just reach your arms over your head. Find the length again. Let your spine shift and realign with this flat surface. Yeah, let's take the hands behind the head. Clasp. Bend the knees, hip width apart. Let's take the right ankle over the left knee. And move that right knee away from your body. Yeah. All right, let's just bring that towards the chest. Extend that left leg up towards the ceiling. And let's come up into a little crunch. Smile. Yes, feel that life engagement. All right, bend that knee. Come on back down. All right, let's switch sides. We'll take the left ankle over the right knee. Bring that towards your chest. And then extend that right leg. See how my foot is alive, my other foot is alive. Come up into a little crunch. My face is alive with a smile. Beautiful. Come on back down. Release the foot, release the hands. Let's hug in the right knee. Extend the left leg. Take the right knee over to the left. You can reach the right arm out to the side, or you can take it up overhead if that feels like a variation you would like. So my left leg is really extended. That foot is flexed. I like to imagine I'm standing in this position. Finding the openings. Celebrating the openings with a smile. Yeah, and release. Give that knee a little squeeze before you send that leg back out and hug in the left. And then we'll take that left knee over to the right. Reach that left arm out. Extend that right leg. Grow and breathe and twist. And smile if you want to. Beautiful. All right, give it a squeeze. So we're going to do one last thing. We're going to hug in that right knee again. Now the left knee can be bent or you can extend that leg. You choose. We're going to bring that leg up and move it towards the wall behind us. And so if this works, great. If this works, great. Find your position. This leg, if it's too extreme to have it extended, just work with whatever you have. There are no extra points if you want to use a strap. That's a nice option as well. Just don't bend your elbows. Try and keep your arms nice and straight and your shoulders still in their proper alignment. Hips square, breath moving, face smiling. Nice. All right, let's release that right leg. Give it a squeeze. We'll switch sides. So that right knee is either going to be bent or extended. We'll hug in the left. Extend that leg up. I'm going to use the strap on this side. Yeah. boundaries. Yay, everybody. All right, gently release. I know you were smiling. All right, let's take maybe a minute to just move your body in any way you would like. Any postures we didn't get to when you really want. It doesn't have to be on your back. You can move anywhere in any way. Try a smile in there somewhere. Beautiful. And whenever you are ready, you can find your Shavasana pose. Maybe it has the knees bent. Maybe you have a bolster or a blanket behind your knees. Or maybe you're just laid out. Whatever is going to make you most comfortable and facilitate your relaxation, your release. We'll just be quiet for a little while here. And if you like, just stay with your being. Stay with what's happening. If you can witness the relaxation, the settling into gravity. You can smile anywhere in there if you like. See if you can find any more places to let go. And just allow your breath to deepen. Imagine those inhalations are just filling your whole being, reaching all the way to the tips of your toes, fingertips, crown of your head. Yeah. And then you can start introducing some movement. Just keeping it nice and gentle. And finding your timing about coming over to your right side. And finding your seated position. And if it feels good, keep your eyes closed so you can just keep that attention more inward as you settle in here and to tune into what it feels like to be you right now. And what does it feel like to be you now with a smile on? One more full breath. Yeah, nice. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to smile a lot today. That felt really good. I hope you liked it. I'm so glad that you came and practiced with me today. And I just wish you a wonderful day.